have a very special guest this morning and quite the local celebrity, Emma Frisch from the Food Network's reality cooking competition, Food Network Star, which premieres this Sunday at 9 p.m. on the Food Network. And you're right here from in the area. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's exciting to have you here.
I'm so happy to be starting my day with you.
And now you're from Ithaca. So how did you end up on this competition with 12 other contenders you're working with and being coached by Bobby Flay and Giada? How did this all come together?
Well, some of my other contenders and the judges said that I was like the Alice Waters of the Finger Lakes. And I like to think that I'm just inspired by all these amazing chefs and farmers and people in this region pushing forward food and really getting this farm to table, way of eating out there. And it's rooted here. It's historic. So I think that they were really excited to have someone who represents that point of view on the show.
That is incredible to have someone so local on a show like that. And now you worked with them. And I know Joe wanted me to ask this question as well. What was it like working with Giada? He wanted to know.
All the boys want to know. It was a total roller coaster. I mean, she's really generous with her compliments, but she does not hold back her criticism either. So, it's up and down. If she likes your food or likes what you're doing, it's great.
That's awesome. And I know you can't tell us too much and give away too much about the show because it premieres this Sunday at 9.
Yep.
But I'm sure we'll be back to talk all about it. But tell us more about your food and your inspiration for cooking, and your motto is pretty interesting as well.
Yeah, well, I really believe that anyone can be fearless in the kitchen, and it can start by really creating ingredient-driven recipes. So I want to help people feel less scared and more excited and creative by starting with ingredients that inspire them.
That's great. And you said inspiration, you're drawing from Ithaca or the other Finger Lake regions. There's ingredients that you pick up on, so that makes your food unique.
Yeah, well, I like to say that I cook food with roots. So I'm really inspired by food that tells a story about land and culture. I have family scattered across the world, and I really draw on their family recipes for inspiration. And then I also just love food with roots still attached, that comes from local farmers and producers. So that's really where I draw the inspiration. And I'm working on some cookbook projects that will hopefully bring some of those recipes to U.S. kitchens, and also working on a yoga and food cookbook to help people learn more nutritious recipes and also how to flow and body movement as well.
That's great. And you said, bringing some attention to the Finger Lakes from the show. Do you feel like you were the only one on there and they didn't maybe realize what the area has to offer and that kind of thing?
I think so. I think that Ithaca is a culinary treasure, and the Finger Lakes, really. I mean, we're producing world-class food here between wine country and Cornell's Ag School. So I'm really trying to highlight that, and I'm excited about a project I'm working on with my husband called Firelight Camps. We're creating this glamorous camping site at La Tourelle. It's a resort and spa outside Ithaca.
Ooh.
And so I'll be designing the culinary experience there and giving people a real taste of the Finger Lakes around their meals.
That's awesome. Well, best of luck to you with all this. And I'm sure we'll be back to cook up some stuff, but you did bring something along today for us to try later.
I brought you some apricot puree. This is from Apricots from Finger Lakes Fruit Bowl. And it's a CSA share, so you get a weekly share of fruit from area farmers. And you can use this to make a marinade for fish, or swirl in your yogurt, or just spread it on toast with butter and jam.
Awesome. We'll have to try that for sure.
Yeah, for your breakfast today.
Thank you so much. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. And again, it starts this Sunday at 9 on the Food Network, so you won't want to miss it. And I'm sure we'll be back cooking up some more stuff eventually as well.
Hope so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And when we come back, Joe will have everything you need to know before you go. But right now, here are your winning lottery numbers.